Noun. People settled far from their ancestral homeland. A large group of people who share a cultural and regional origin but are living away from their traditional homeland. Diasporas come about through immigration and forced movements of people. San Francisco has been a melting pot of cultures from all around the world, including a vibrant Asian community. Over the past 150 years, waves of immigrants come from countries like China, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, and various Southeastern Asian countries have settled in the Bay Area, bringing their culture along with them. In this, the reason for their diaspora either being for profit, refugeeism, to escape from war, or other meddling reasons like that. In this accomplishment of escaping homeland problems, new problems arise in the new world in which they inhabit. One of these problems being the loss of culture. Now you see, because they escaped to a different settlement as America, the Asian communities will naturally lose their culture as a settlement into their new world, making them out of touch with their old one. Over time, the generations that exceed from the people that which they came before them will slowly start to lose their culture that their ancestors were gifted with, whether it be the loss of their native tongue, the loss of knowledge and history, loss of customs and cultural norms, and eventually these will culminate to a loss of identity for the future generations of Asian Americans, leaving them lost with both sides of their American and Asian identity, unaccepting of them due to their quote-unquote whitewashing. With this information, one might ask, what might be the solution? Interwoven community is key to maintaining cultural traditions. Asian American neighborhoods like Chinatown and Little Saigon have allowed immigrants to preserve their heritage. For now, let's focus on Chinatown. These ethnic enclaves provide a space for immigrants to celebrate cultural events and be able to open up to restaurants and markets that resemble their hometowns, as well as a place where they can speak freely in their native tongues with other immigrants. These open space places can allow them to express themselves and share and express their culture in which they used to inhabit and perform around them, making them closer and more true to their identity. When speaking to the immigrants and inhabitants of Chinatown, many inhabitants express their importance to their community and what it means to them. From having places to share language, customs, and food.
We were just at the Chinese Culture Center, now we're gonna get some grub, you feel me? Hella good food for a low price in Chinatown. Let's get it.
These vessels of expression help them tie themselves down to their identity and come closer to their cultural experience that they miss while back home. Throughout our trip to Chinatown, our voyage to the Chinese Cultural Center immersed us with the culture and history of Chinatown and what it means for the average person here living in one of the SROs. Yeah, just look like I'm not even here type shit. Like I'm not even here. In our encounter, we interviewed an ABC, American-born Chinese, woman by the name of Donna. Donna, being a very experienced advocate for civil rights since the 60s and 70s, who was there at the I-Hotel protest back in the late 70s, shared her knowledge and her experience about her community and the struggles within Chinatown.
I-Hotel, do you know anything about the I-Hotel, the history behind it? They evicted all the tenants. When I-Hotel's right there on Queen Street on Jackson, right in the corner, is a big building, and I was part of Queen Street Workshop. This is 1977. And the city wanted to just evict all the tenants because the developer wanted to buy that land. Okay, so then in 1970 August, I also remember this. Shin Hong, he still with his horses and all the deputies and all, but they came and tried to evict all the tenants. So we all linked arms and we said, "We won't move, we won't move." You probably heard that saying. It's very historic.
You watched this video about it?
Yeah, we watched it.
Tying into her story about the I Hotel, I asked her the question of why culture and community are important to her. She responds with this answer about preservation.
The legacy, the history of how Chinese came here, how they were persecuted, and then especially the Chinese Exclusion Act, and also maybe pass on to future generations. Even my sons, they don't really care. They're older than you guys. They don't care about the Chinese history. I don't know why. I think as each generation goes by, even me, I'm kind of lost some of it too because I was born and raised here. My parents are from China, so I'm first generation. Even the language skills,
In conclusion, having places like Chinatown as a preservation of culture is important to who we are as people, to tie ourselves into our self-image, identity, mindset, community, and keeping the history to forge a better future for the next generation of Asian Americans. To tie this back into myself and others who can relate, one day I would like my future children to practice the customs from their motherland, as it is important to let themselves know who they are and where they come from, no matter whether they're born there or not. That is forever part of who they are and who we can be as people. Thank you so much for watching.